Hey guys, this is the Dolphins fan. Just going to give you guys a quick tutorial. This is my first, so kind of take it easy on me. A couple of people have been asking how I make this, so I thought I would do a quick tutorial. It's really simple. It's called my falling intro. So we'll take a look here. Just basically the text is going to come falling in and kind of zoom into the camera. Relatively simple. So let's get started. Go into Cinema 4D. As you can see, I already have things set up here and stuff. But we'll start a new project. First thing you want to do is go to MoGraph, grab a text object. We'll rename the text, rename it to whatever you want to. Of course, I'm going to name it Dolphins Fan, as I normally do. And you want to change the depth. About 60 is probably fine. You can go as much as you want to, or as little as you want to. It's kind of up to you what your choice and preferences are. Get it kind of lined up here. Then you go to the font. You can change that now also. Something that I use quite often is a font called Bauhaus 93. It's kind of a little bit bolder font, basically, is what it is. As you see, the text are a little more thicker, and it's got some kind of neat design to it. It's just my personal favorite. It's still kind of up to you, whatever you like. We're going to change the alignment in the middle. I like it being off the middle also a little bit better. So we'll go to caps, and you want to change the starting cap to fillet cap, the ending cap to fillet cap. And just add one step, and we're going to change the radius down to 4. Down to 4, that is. And kind of what this does, if you look at it, it kind of just softens up the edges a little bit, makes it a little more simpler. Actually makes it look pretty nice. So next what we're going to do is we'll go in and get us a floor. And we're going to actually grab 2 floors. This is something that I've learned seems to be a little more simple. Kind of drag our first floor. Oh, wrong one. Let's do this one. Drag our first floor into place, kind of. Get them lined up. Now you want to go to the second floor you made. Go down here to rotation and change that to 90 and hit apply, and it's going to kind of flip it around for us. Now what we want to do is back our floor off a little bit, just a little ways out there, just so when the letters fall and stuff, they're not going to be bouncing off of the other floor, or of course fall behind it. This is another thing that happens. Also, you can see on the text the P is below the first floor. So we can do it one of 2 ways. You can just drag your text up just a little bit, like so, just to where it's fairly up above it. It's fine. And we hit render. Of course, it's not going to be anything special. You're just going to see the 2 floors. So what we'll do is we'll come down here, add some materials. All you have to do is just double click on this box and it'll make the material. Double click on the material, and first one we'll change the colors on it. I'll use my normal teal green for the first color. Then we'll go down here to reflection, and we're going to drop the reflection down to about probably like 2%, really low. And then we're going to go to texture and change that and add Fennel. It really brightens it up, gives it a real good shine, definitely good for reflection. Okay, we'll make another material, and this material is going to be an orange. Same thing with it. We'll come down here and check reflection. Bring it down to about 2% is fine. It's kind of up to your likings. You don't want a whole bunch of brightness because when you add the fennel, it's going to really make it stand out. So leave the fennel at 100%, of course, and you can change this a little bit if you want to make it not so bright. The way I like it is at 100%. It's kind of up to you. So next we'll kind of back this off a little bit and move it around just a little. I like things lined up the best I can. And we'll drop some colors. It's kind of up to you what colors are your likings. On the second floor, all you have to do is just click on the color, hold down Control. You can drag that up to colors if you're having multiple things. If you just hit Control on a color and hold it down and drag it to wherever you want it to be, you can copy and paste it basically there. So we'll hit Render, and as you can see, there's all kinds of reflection down here. Really sets it off when the letters are bouncing around. It kind of makes it really neat. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we will go to Simulation. Actually, first click on your text object, go to Simulation, Dynamics, and create a rigid body. And we're going to do the same thing to the bottom floor. Click on the floor, Simulation, Dynamics, and create a rigid body. And we'll go back to the text, and if we drag this out of here and we hit play, you can kind of see it's going to come down and bounce, and it's just one big old block, and it looks bad, let's just say. So what you do is click on your text, click on the rigid body, and you want to scroll down to the bottom of it. And right down here it says individual elements. Right now it's off. What we want to do is change that to all. What that's going to do is make all the letters their own individual elements. So if we go back to the beginning, and now we hit play, you can see that the letters are bouncing all over the place, and actually they're bouncing pretty high, as you can see. So we want to go to the floor and click on the rigid body also. And down here at the bottom, you can change how much it bounces. The higher the number, of course, the more it's going to bounce. Friction, the lower the friction, the more the letters are going to slide all over the place. So it's kind of up to you. You can play around with that a little bit. I'm going to actually drop the bounce probably down to about 30%. And we'll drop the We'll drop the reflection. Friction, maybe down to about 15%, and we'll try that. Now you can see the letters are not bouncing around so much, but they're kind of sliding off into place, which I don't like the bounce, so we're going to kind of take it up to about 40%. We want to get a little bit of a bounce off the floor. There we go. Okay, next what you're going to do is go up here, and you're going to grab a camera. Now right now it's set up to where you don't see the camera. We'll kind of get this down here to where you can see the text, and you can turn the camera on and off just by clicking this little box. If it's white, you're seeing the camera, you're seeing everything through the camera. If it's black, you're not. So what we're going to want to do, first get that back to make sure it's on 0 keyframe, and we want to see the camera. We want to make sure that the Dolphins fan or whatever text you have is not seen at the current time. You definitely don't want that. And then what we're going to do is kind of move the frames till the Dolphins fan just is starting to get in. which is probably about 25, but we'll go with 30 frames. And you're on your camera, make sure it's white so it's seen by the camera. And we're going to click a keyframe, which is this little button down here. We'll make a keyframe there. Then what we're going to do is drop it all the way down to about 80. And we're going to zoom in just a little bit. All you have to do is get on the screen, and you can do it here by going left and right, or you can move it forward on your scroll, either way. And we're going to want to zoom it in just a little bit, not a whole bunch. Kind of up to you, but you don't want it a whole bunch. And then we'll click keyframe again. Now we go back to the beginning and we'll hit play. You'll see it'll come in, and then it kind of just zooms in a little bit. And that's actually it for the tutorial. As you can see, if I hit render, it's going to still show all the reflection at the bottom. Some people don't like that much reflection. I think it kind of looks neat, but you can always change the finale down quite a bit, and it's going to change the amount of reflection coming off. You can change it on the floor, and you can change it on your text. It'll make things a little better. For render settings, general, you want everything to be a full render, of course. As far as your output, you want to change your presets. I use the HD TV, the 720 by 29.97 frames. That's the frame rate. Frame range, of course, you want on all frames. And save the format. You can either use a QuickTime movie or AVI movie. I use the AVI because I usually take it over to Sony Vegas and do some color changes and stuff like that afterwards, so that's kind of up to you. And then file, just click on this little thing, and then you can put it to your desktop, whatever you want it to be, doesn't matter. Or you can save it to whichever files that you save your videos to, either way. And yeah, that's about it. So hope you guys enjoyed my first tutorial. Any questions, please comment and let me know. Other than that, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.